going? Hello, my name is Bryce. With me today is Darren Salquist, and he's a life coach at Next Level Transformational Coaching and Personal Training at Core Fit. I'm so excited to be able to have this conversation. Thanks so much for coming on the show today, Darren.
Yeah, Bryce, thank you. Thanks for having me on. I totally appreciate it. I love the opportunity to be able to get to speak to people.
Yeah, you're welcome. And, for those watching, before we go any further, if you're watching from any location that is outside of our free community, I just want to personally invite you inside. It's taken a tremendous amount of time and energy to cultivate such a positive group of people who want to see each other succeed. So if that's what you're missing in these weird times we're in, come and join us by clicking the link either above or below, and we'd love to see you in there. Now, Darren, what was life like before you got into, training and coaching? What was the catalyst that brought you into the space?
Yeah, before I got into life coaching and personal training stuff, I'm a physical therapist assistant by background. I've been doing that for over 20 years. I worked at a local rehabilitation hospital here in Spokane, Washington. And I primarily, in the beginning, worked with spinal cord injury patients. And then through my time there at St. Luke's Rehab was here in Spokane, I worked my way into management. So about 10 years, I have 10 years experience in managing other individuals. And at the time I left, I had over 60 employees that I was managing.
Wow. That's cool. Let me ask you this question. What's the most rewarding aspect of, managing 60 people that most people would not expect?
What I found different between what I loved about doing physical therapy, working with people. So before I got into physical therapy, I did construction. And what I loved about construction is beginning of your day, you started with nothing. At the end of your day, you got to see your progress and your productivity and what you built that day. When I got into physical therapy, it was the same. I kind of looked at it the same way, but the difference was versus it being from the morning to the afternoon, it was from the Monday to Friday when I got to work with people, especially spinal cord injury patients, and getting them how to relearn how to live their life. And so what was cool about that was on Monday, we would start on a task, and then by Friday, we'd be able to achieve some of those tasks and those ideas. So that part was super cool and super exciting for me to be able to do that and see people progress in that area.
Let me ask you this question. So nowadays in your coaching, your training, what problems people generally try and solve when they come to work with you?
Right now, recently, the most common thing is obviously the COVID-19, and a lot of people are calling it the COVID-19 pounds. Some people are having the difficulty of not having that structure, that habit that they built for themselves of going to the gym and working out. And if it was more of a like a 24-hour fitness or a big gym like that where they had their partners and they had their workout partners and then people that they would meet and talk to and work out there, when the gym shut down, people had a hard time, didn't know what to do, and not working with like body weight exercises. They're used to having the iron and the bench presses and the squat racks. Kind of is a whole different game for them at home. So that has started to be a big process of what we've been doing here at CoreFit, and it's corefitinc.com if you guys are looking for it out there, to be able to see what types of exercises that we could do, and using kettlebells, using different types of medicine balls, exercises like that, dumbbells, and then also body weight exercises, the things that we've been really incorporating. And then what's been cool on that aspect as well, which has been a great aspect for me to be able to do, is bring in the life coaching and the wellness coaching into that process as well, because of that structure or that habit, the routine that they got out of going from work to the gym, or going to the gym and then going to work and then coming home. So it's been a big change of life for those individuals. So helping those people get back into what we call their AM and PM rituals, their protocols to be successful.
Yeah, can you talk a little bit more about that for like someone maybe who is watching, maybe they still have not adjusted to the AM or PM like schedules. Like maybe can you give some tips on how they can maybe add in some more exercise time, maybe get remotivated?
Yeah, most definitely. So one thing that I really encourage people to do, if you are working from home right now, if you're one of those individuals that's, I would say, fortunate enough to be able to work at home, because what you have just been given is that you've been given the gift of time. The one thing that we do not ever get to get back is that time. So now that you're saving that drive time of driving to and from work, whether it's 30 minutes, some people have an hour drive, You've just been given possibly 1 hour to 2 hours into your day that you get to do whatever you want with. So one of the habits that I've asked people to maintain is, even if you're working from home, to stick to your ritual of getting up at a certain time. If you worked out in the morning, then continue with that process. Don't think that you get to sleep in an hour longer because you don't have to drive and you don't have to get dressed and you don't have to shower. You can just get up and get to your computer and start working. Because what's going to happen when I don't like to call it getting life back to normal, because I really enjoyed these changes that have been going on during COVID-19. And I kind of think that's where the structure comes in, that my protocols that I've installed in my life and the things that I've been practicing, and then also looking at that gift of time that I've been given, is utilizing that time for self-development, self-growth, or, I've really brought meditation into my practice. I've been bringing in yoga or body flow into the morning just to set myself right. So that's the part of where I ask people to continue with that process. What can we do with that hour of time? And what I ask them is, what are the 5 things that bring you happiness? Write those 5 things down. And then when we write those things down and we look at them, it's like, okay, of the 5, what are your top 2 that you'd want to get more of? So that's where we're going to use that hour of time, or whatever time that they've been given of not driving to work. Let's see if we can install that into your day, because you stated that brings you happiness. Why? Let's bring more happiness to our life, and let's use that time that we've been given to bring in our happiness.
So this is gonna be weird. It's a weird question.
Yeah, no, I love questions, man.
So I know that I think you're saying your brother owns the gym.
Yeah.
You guys sneak in there and get to work out at the gym whenever you feel like it.
Yeah. So my brother's gym, it's a box gym. So it's called Corfin Inc. And we're like a CrossFit style gym, but we also do obstacle course racing type of workout. So we have a bunch of different obstacles. We have an indoor outdoor gym. So we have climbing walls, we have climbing ropes, we have monkey bars, we have a Z wall, which is, if anybody's familiar with Spartan races, the Z wall is just a wall with a bunch of 2x4s on it. And you just kind of scale the walls, kind of like a little bit of like mountain climbing in some sense, but without the height. You're just doing it vertical or horizontal, and then also incorporating our lifting program. So that's the cool thing about with me, is that getting to come here. One, my brother and I. So there's a 15-year age difference between my brother and I, and I'm the older brother. And he started this business. My parents were very active and very into lifting. My dad was a big time into bodybuilding and stuff like that. And that's kind of what got us going into this career. And so I went to the career of physical therapy. And then my brother went to the career of health and fitness and doing what he does here at this gym. And he's been in business for over 20 years now, and has really built a nice, successful business. We have a great community. We even call it the CoreFit community. And besides the people that just work out, we also do other adventures, where we just did a backpacking trip not too long ago. We went golfing the other day. We had 16 people join us on a golfing expedition. We went on a road bike ride this weekend for 26 miles. So it's been cool to incorporate what we do here at the gym, but then also take our gym members outside and do things as a group of the community. And our gym our average age is probably around 35 to 40, somewhere in that gap. And, I wouldn't say we're a hardcore like CrossFit type of gym where we throw big heavy weights. We keep things in that medium scale. What my brother's philosophy is here at the gym is being fit for life, being able to go out and enjoy life and be able to be fit to do gardening around your house, or pick up your child, or try to be able to even run around with your young children and keep up that pace with them. So we have a lot of Ironman competitors here as well, Spartan athletes. We have a few athletes that have done what's called a quadfecta, not a trifecta, quadfecta. So they've done 4 Spartan races within 1 year. I'm currently training. I just turned 50 last month, and I don't like to run, but a challenge that I set forth for myself, because I don't like to run, is I want to run 50 miles somewhere in this year before I turn 51. So I'm in a kind of training to do that right now.
In a row?
Yeah, one day. Do go 50 miles in one day. So far, my longest distance is 16 miles. This weekend, Saturday, we have a run that we're going to be doing another 15.5 mile course. It's called the Ultimate Fitness Run that we're going to be doing, which is at Riverside State Park here in Spokane, Washington. And and again, it's a group of people. There's about probably 12 of us going to go do this together. And that's just what we do. It's just a great community.
Here's a weird, like a different kind of question. What are the carryovers from like those like really, really, really long races? How does that carry over to the rest of your life? Because I'm sure like most people can't compare like to what you guys have to do.
Yeah. Just running, having that endurance in the heart strength, the cardio strength, the pulmonary strength, your lungs, be able to carry that distance, and your muscles. When I first started running, I started, as far as getting ready to do this 50 miles, I had a hard time running 4 miles. Oh, my calves would cramp up, my adductors, which is your groin muscles. I would be at mile 3 and my muscles would start cramping on me. So now I can go 16 miles and feel pretty good. So it's also getting your body used to doing long distance, working for a long period of time. I think that's, with life coaching, trying to bring movement into your life. Mm-hmm. And that's the part where exercise is, a lot of people, if they want to lose weight, they think, oh, if I want to lose weight, I have to exercise. Well, really, if you want to lose weight, it's really about what you're putting into your body, that nutrition. And if you think about exercise is really a state of well-being. If anybody that's watching out there that has exercise, when you get done exercising, you always feel great. You feel accomplished. You feel like you accomplished something. You feel good about what you just did. You release those endorphins. And that's what exercise is. And movement, what I try to really incorporate with a lot of my individuals that I work with, if they're business and they're working at home, sitting behind the desk, or if they're in the office, that every 20 minutes, I have them set a timer on their watch to get up and just do a little stretching and then sit back down. And then at the top of every hour, if they can go for a walk, if they're able to get out of the office and just, walk around the building or walk down to the walk, get some water and back, to try to get some steps in. And that's the process of bringing movement into your day. So we're not sitting in this stagnant position. Our bodies were really built to move. We have all these moving joints, and we weren't built to be behind a desk and just sit there and type all day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Let me ask you this question. So where do people go to either learn more about you, or where can they go to follow along with what you have going on?
Yeah, so we have a couple things. We have our Next Level Transformational Coaching page. We have a Facebook page, and we have an Instagram page. So we have that we promote. On our Next Level Transformational Coaching page on Facebook, we have a group that we do a lot of, we give a lot of free content away as well. We'll have certain topics that we'll share and talk about habits and how to build positive habits. What's your keystone habit? That keystone habit is that habit that really, by you doing that one habit every day, helps your other habits be a little bit stronger. We talk about what's your kryptonite, that habit that comes into your day that maybe weakens your other habits, that doesn't help you with your goals. We talk about sleep, how important sleep is, to get 7 to 8 hours of sleep, and what that does for your body. We talk about nutrition, thinking about your sugar intake. Right now, the American Heart Association, their maximum recommendation for sugar is 25 grams for females and 35 grams for males. And right now, in the year 1700s, the average person took in 5 pounds a year of sugar. Wow. In the year 2000, the average person is ingesting over 150 pounds of, over 150 pounds of sugar a year.
Wow.
So that's just, again, looking at our diet, and that's why we talk about diet. If you want to lose weight, we really need to be looking at what we're putting in our body, and those foods that have the added sugar, like our salad dressings, mm-hmm. ketchup, if we use sweetened almond milk, barbecue sauce, stuff like that, bagels.
What about sodium? Is that the same too, or not really?
Sodium and salt, it varies. It depends on what you're doing. If you are somebody that retains a lot of water, then we might want to reduce that sodium intake. If you're somebody that doesn't retain a lot of water, then sodium, I don't really have a big issue with the sodium. It's based on the individual and where they're at in their fitness life.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, hey, Ajit, thank you so much for your time. It was really fun getting to know you a little bit more and just getting to hear more about what you have going on.
Yeah. So Next Level Transformation Coaching, if you want to reach out to me, nextleveltcoaching@gmail.com. That's where you can, if you have any questions or you want more information. Also, again, that Facebook page, Next Level Transformational Coaching, and our Instagram page.
Awesome. And, for those watching, we thoroughly hope that you found this valuable. Once again, if you maybe are without your support system, maybe before the virus and the pandemic, you were around people that wanted you to succeed, but now you're maybe trapped at home and people maybe not understand what you're trying to do and what you're trying to accomplish in your life. So if that's what you've been struggling with, come and join us inside of our community. The support system in there is amazing. If you want to join, go click the link either above or below. We'd love to have you inside the community. Now, hopefully you enjoyed watching this as much as we enjoyed creating it. Feel free to hit the share button so other people can get some great value as well. Have a great day. We will see you in the next episode. We're done recording in 3 and 2 and 1 and